What's up? Welcome back to another video. My name's Miles. I'm a 23-year-old full-time online arbitrage seller, and that's what we talk about here on my channel. How to make money buying products from big retail websites and flipping those items on Amazon. Sorry about that. In this video, we're going to talk about how I spent $59,423 in the last 7 days to make back around $20,000 in profit, most of which of those products I'll never touch. They're going to be sent off to a prep center, and I'm going to be able to reprice them using an automated system with Amazon and everything and make some money on all that. So this video, we're going to talk about the 08 to prep model, manufacturing margin, sales and coupons, and showing how I think about items, how I think about longevity on different stuff, and how I've been able to build a pretty profitable online arbitrage business and help a bunch of people do the same. So yeah, about 59K in spend the last 7 days. Going to make right around a 30% return on that. Going to be around 20,000 in profit once all that stuff sells through over the next 1 or 2 months. And basically there were some big sales, so I was really going hard and taking advantage of them. And the sale part comes back to like that sales are typically finite, right? Coupons can sometimes be evergreen for months and years, but the sales part of things, they're a finite opportunity. So I was buying heavier, even if it takes a little bit longer to sell through, because I know that I'm going to be buying very priced efficiently compared to what people are going to be paying the next few months and everything. So I'm going to be able to potentially set the market on stuff, hopefully, and everything. But yeah, 59K in spend, of which I mentioned I'm not going to be touching a lot of those products. So basically the way that works is I'm sending them to a prep center in a sales tax free state. So a state like New Hampshire, Delaware, Oregon, Montana. So basically where I'm not charged sales tax for sending those items there. And then they actually have limited access to my seller account and my inventory lab, and they create those shipments and send those off to Amazon for me for $1.50 per unit. So it's very worth it, especially if you live in a state where sales tax is like 6, 7, 8%. You can actually save money using the prep centers, and in some cases, there's obviously advantages and disadvantages. So I want to talk through some of those for you guys who might be a little bit newer to the model. So the obvious advantage is the sales tax advantage and not actually having to do the work, not having to have the employees, have the warehouse lease, the supplies, anything like that. I just get to pay an upfront fee. I don't have to commute anywhere. It kind of lets me, even if I pay a little bit more, I get to live the lifestyle I want, and that get to like just buy stuff here, ship it off to there, have their address loaded up on PayPal account, send that off to their warehouse. They then intake it in sales tax free state, send it off for me to Amazon, and then I get repriced or jacked up, monitor the listings, and make sure everything's good. But it kind of just lets me live a much better lifestyle than creating shipments myself. And if you're new, I would say you definitely have to, especially just because it is an added cost and everything, in depending on the sales tax situation. Unless you have heavy capital, definitely get some shipments in under your belt first. And you also, if you're new, like the video I posted last week talking about how my first 300K of sales was all merch fill, wouldn't have been able to do any of that or move as quick because one of the big disadvantages of using the prep center is the speed, and that mine only does a shipment once a week for me, even if I have I think I have over 1,000 units on the way there. And it's still only going to get done once a week. But if you're new and you're merch filling, you can order something today, it gets here in a few days, and then you can get it listed and sell it really quick, like potentially within a week on some stuff, especially if you're repricing, which if you're not already repricing, definitely start, especially those of you guys who are in the FBA roadmap course, because we have a free month of BQ in there. So it's so efficient. I see so many of my students start repricing and then like, oh my gosh, you were so right. I'm like, yeah, I was right on that, on that part of things. So always be repricing. It's so helpful. Disadvantages as well, the speed, and then it's an added cost on stuff, obviously. So I'm paying $1.50 per unit. In some cases, I would save money doing it myself, but right now I'm looking to optimize for lifestyle and scale, and I don't want a warehouse lease, have to deal with employees right now. Maybe in the future. Part of me thinks that would be really fun for content too, but not right now. So that's what I'm doing on that, as well as some more stuff that made sourcing this amount of product in this short a time period helpful. Was manufacturing margin, right? Different stuff like rewards accounts, different stuff like Rakuten, high rewards credit cards. We're going to take a look at that here. So Rakuten, this is a free tool. They actually sponsor the Golden State Warriors, so you can see it's like here on the Golden State Warriors jersey if any of you guys watch the NBA. But Rakuten's basically an affiliate-based site that gives you free cash back. You guys can see up here top right, I made a bunch of money with cash back. So we can see Nordstrom Rack 10%, Adidas 10%, Ace Hardware 10%. That's incredibly nice extra margin. And I don't necessarily count that into my buy cost, but I'd be lying if I said that when a site I like to buy from is 10% cash back, I'm not looking there extra. So absolutely do on them. That Rakuten's amazing. You can also see like different coupons and such that they offer, which is amazing right there. And you can see different cash back, different offers like that. It's just really helpful, and you should definitely take advantage of it as well. Additionally, another way to manufacture margin is using a high rewards credit card. So I just put all my normal inventory spend, which normally going on a debit card, on a credit card, and I get 2% cash back using the Capital One Spark right here. So most of that spend was actually through the Amex Gold and the Capital One Spark. So I'm getting between 1 and 2% cash back, and that's immediate baked in ROI that comes in quick and everything. So I'd highly recommend that as a good useful vehicle, as long as you can be smart with credit on that. Combine that with Rakuten, combine that with potentially rewards accounts, different stuff like that, coupons through Honey, all that. You can really make some extra money with this stuff on top of the already profitable items. You're getting paid to buy profitable items with the Spark card and all that, which is amazing and incredibly helpful. In terms of the big structural stuff, like the manufacturing margin is great, but the upside in this business is always going to be in the sourcing, right? That's where you make your money on stuff. And some of that comes back to using coupons and sales, in that, like, the reason why I don't like buying stuff from Walmart, Target, big sites is they don't typically do sales as often. So like, it's much easier to understand an item that's $20 on Walmart that's selling for $45 on Amazon. That's so easy to understand for like newer sellers, and it's Walmart, so it's like finding it is easier because everyone wants to buy from Walmart. Everyone can get sales tax exempt on that. When I would much rather buy something that's 30 selling for 65 but has a 20% off coupon that I know I found, and that my competition, most of them aren't going to end up finding that. Naturally, they won't even end up being competition. So that's an added barrier to entry on stuff. And that comes back again to why I love listings with variations and all that. But I just want you, anyone watching this, there's many ways to do this. I mean, there's people who don't know what SellerAmp is, that are having success with online arbitrage. They've never heard of me, never watched any of my stuff and everything. There's lots of ways to win on stuff. What you see here is just stuff that served me well as I've been building this business here. In terms of some stuff, so right here, so ASOS, this is a site that has coupons. I'm going to show you. So we just search Nike shoes right there. Let me do Nike shoes, not Nime. Shoes right here. So we can see there's already a sale going on a lot of this stuff here. And then if we open up a listing here, we can see that, wait for it. So these are already on sale. But there's also this extra coupon here for, it looks like, using the app right there. So that's a barrier to entry, and not necessarily barrier, but it's an added extra component to your margin, which is incredibly helpful. And like, a lot of sites will have student discounts for you guys who are college kids, other stuff like that, military discounts for those of you who have served, and everything like that. And there's tons of opportunities, like we saw in the video. There's a lot of sites will have like sign up 10% on your email and all that. So all that is incredibly helpful as well. And that's when I see a sale where it's like Father's Day or 4th of July or Memorial Day, that's when I'll go extra hard on stuff, because I know that opportunity is most likely finite on that. And then in terms of actually looking at a listing right here and just how I like to go ahead and source products, open up here and see Nike Free Run 2018. We can see from the Keepa moderate level of competition here, which was actually very low for a while. The volume is great with the sales rank right here. We can hop into data, see product details, and get a vibe of the 90-day sales rank average, which is the metric I like to go off of right there. Looking at the SellerAmp right here, we can see the BSR 8K. Love to see that. We'd be very happy paying like 50, 60 for these right here. And we can see about a bunch of different sizes, get a vibe of the Keepa right there in SellerAmp. Make sure, if you guys haven't already, get a free trial of our tool SellerAmp right here. Makes things a lot easier as you're sourcing. Can scroll down, we can see all our competition right here. We can see the profit calculator here, FBA, FBM, all that, a breakdown of the total margin. And then the way I like to just use SellerAmp to find products, it just makes it a lot easier than the way I used to do things when I was reverse sourcing here. Just come in, hop into shopping right there, which it looks like is my... It always happens. Someone in the comments let me know why that happened, and I'm going to fix it, but I forgot. So it's looking like we are not going to be able to find these for $60, but we know that we can look at clearly somewhere people are based on the Keepa right here, and that the price action is very clear, right? It's decently stable, especially being that the competition's gone down as of late. Now it's going up a little bit more. And then the way I like to use SellerAmp is like, so we found a good listing here. Even if we couldn't find it properly, we know other people are, and that they're making money on it, right? Because we can see here the price was going down, but the buy box was staying pretty much the same, right? So we know people are getting sales, at the price they want to, at the velocity they want to, because that's the only reason why the price hasn't dipped with an increase in competition and then an eventual decrease in competition right here. And then look to just like to go on SellerAmp right here. Then you can open up and see exactly inside their store what else they're selling. Brand filter right here, category filter right here, which is incredibly helpful using SellerAmp like this. And so you can use this as a starting point for sourcing. That's why I like, the nice thing is with reverse sourcing and with Amazon, like you can see what everyone else is selling. So then it just becomes a game of, okay, what listings make sense based on my price and velocity requirements, and then what listings of that subset can I then go out and find profitably. And there's no secrets on stuff. It's just all about, Googling products, right? Finding coupons, really digging within. You can search website names. Hey, finish line coupons here, have honey installed, all that, which is incredibly helpful, and everything like that. So I appreciate you guys watching this video on how I'm scaling my online arbitrage business. If you want my direct help scaling your online arbitrage business and want to apply for my coaching program, take a look at the link in the description on that. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll be back at it for another video on Wednesday.